All right, you guys, another unboxing, but this time with NMP himself, Highway 1. Jay, what's going on, bro?
And we got a new item on the table here that Nick Moore bought, and we're gonna open it and see what we got inside.
But before we open it, what made you purchase this, Nick?
Honestly, what made me purchase this was there was a sale. I got it for an extra 20% off, and I couldn't say no at that point. I honestly do not like Traxxas. I have not had good luck with any of their short course trucks, any of my bashing vehicles. I have just absolutely destroyed them. But Chris drives his trucks like I do, and you know, his has survived. And I actually want to see if this thing will survive what I'm going to do to it.
But not only survive, I mean, what do you think of its crawling potential?
It does well. I honestly think that the unlocking diffs, the 2-speed, all that stuff is what makes a Traxxas a Traxxas. We did see the new Sport that was just released, but I'd rather go on this because I get everything with it. But with all those add-ons does come weight, which is part of the reason I'm going to gut this thing. This thing is going on a diet. It is only going to have what it needs to have all the functions, and that's it. So no bumpers, no inner fenders. I'm putting a Volkswagen bug body on it that's going to kick it to a 13-inch wheelbase. So I'm also going to stretch the wheelbase out a lot because I personally like to wheel with long wheelbase trucks, and with the locking and unlocking diffs, it makes up for the turning problems. Also, this is getting all new electronics for the most part. I'm leaving the Traxxas micro servos because I don't feel like replacing those yet.
Actually, those are the only things I wouldn't, as a Traxxas owner, those are the only things I wouldn't replace. Everything else, I replace those. But Jay, before we go any further, what do you think of the Traxxas TRX4?
You know, like I say, on a blind test drive, so to speak, if you were to drive one, you're guaranteed to like it and like how it performs, just as I did and everyone else and other people I didn't think would. They went and bought them too, and they swear by them. And you do get a quality RC four-wheel drive crawling type rig here for sure.
And I mean, you know, to reiterate, I really don't like Traxxas. So
But that's okay though. I mean,
yeah.
You know, the one thing that's cool is, bro, it's not a. I don't think you should like stick to one brand, and hating a brand is fine or whatever, disliking it, because look at it like this. If you go back, we're gonna put the link in when we very first did the Traxxas TRX4, and Jay, you see that was Jay's honest truth. He was like, bro, we've not had good luck with Traxxas, but this is not a product that we could say that. We've actually had nothing but fun with this product.
Yeah, and I mean, that's honestly why I bought it. You know, I can't knock it. You know, to me, Traxxas is the Ford of RCs, but even Ford made a couple good cars that you just can't deny are not monsters. So with that being said,
only the '89 notchback Highway Patrol Mustang. That's the only one I'm thinking is a good Ford.
So here's what we got here. We have a big old box of parts, some of our electronics. I mean, it's all packaged nice, neat. I've heard that putting this together is not that bad. I will let you know. I'll give it on a scale of 1 to 10.
What I love about Traxxas, to hold it down, they make sure, even though it's a kit, you're still using all of our electronics. And remember, their customer service is actually one of the best. They've always replaced anything that we've burnt out. You know, and on our Traxxas, we've burnt out motors, ESCs, but not the microservers. Those are ones that have not. And we drive in, tell them, Jay, salt water.
Salt water, and never rinses the truck off.
There's actually seaweed on our axles right now as we speak.
All the time.
I yell at these guys for that all the time, don't worry. You know, the other nice thing too is this adds another tire to our tire test. We are going to put these tires in the tire test.
They are a good tire out of the box, I must say.
Ooh,
Looking at it, I mean, this thing is pretty beastly. I've thought about doing a couple things to it. I would like to see if I could get one of my Team G Speed LCG chassis underneath one of these, because
That'd be interesting.
honestly, it does so much. And looking at the frame, it looks doable. So,
and actually, if you're watching G Speed Gabe, you should actually make a frame for the Traxxas. There's a community out here that's ready. The Traxxas community is ready for your frames, bro. I'm telling you. Tell them what you think, man.
I think he's got a product here. You know, I mean, there's honestly so many Traxxas owners that are really limited to what they could do to their rigs compared to Axial. I mean, Axial just has the aftermarket. That's all there is to it. A lot of the things that I'm doing is I'm putting good electronics in it out the gate. I have a Castle brushless system with the Mamba Max ESC that's going in it. We're gonna see how strong these gears really are. From there, I have a Protect servo because Chris has burnt up every steering servo he has used in a Traxxas. And the main thing is just putting the truck on a diet because it's heavy.
Those are actually really good shocks. You're gonna like, they're my favorite shocks.
I'm gonna run my Pro lines.
Then I'll take these then.
Yeah, you're paying for those. And then, what else do we got to say about this truck? So, I mean, pretty much putting it on a diet's a big one. This box, the way it comes, is heavier than my 10.2 as it sits. So that's, you know, a little heavier than I like to run. Light and low has worked out really well for me with our terrain out here.
Basically, he's saying he's going to minus this whole bag to give the little starter's perspective of what he's lightening. He's not going to put any of this on for starters. So.
And another thing is the reason why he's gotten the kit before the sport is because he believes, like I believe, the open and locking diffs is the reason what makes Traxxas a Traxxas TRX4. So with that said, we're still going to grab the sport. But honestly, if you can't afford the bigger trucks, the kit is where we believe you should start.
And I seen that in action yesterday on the trail. A TRX4 crossed a river log bridge, and he just used the front to pull the truck instead of all four of us were to push the truck over. So it maneuvered that vehicle in a pull type fashion, no push, and he got across. So.
And that makes me want to touch on something. This truck is one of the closer ones you'll get to an actual one-to-one truck. When you're off-roading, you know, when you turn, generally you're pulling it out of four-wheel drive, so you don't, you know, if you have locked diffs up front, or you're unlocking your diffs to make the corner better. It's a lot. If you are somebody new to the hobby and you want to just get a RC car and go, this isn't the one for you. You're going to get confused, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to be overthinking the lines that you're picking and trying to use the truck to get up a line that you could probably get up without doing all the locking and unlocking, but it helps. And it's just huge. You know, I can't say enough that this is not really a beginner rig. If you want that, go get the Axial Deadbolt or the TRX4 Sport. I mean, they're just great rigs out of the box, and there's nothing to them. All you have to do is learn how to drive them, and that's it.
I honestly think they made the sport for the people that were complaining about too much electronics, or they were trying to take the market from Axial. They, you know what I'm saying? Traxxas, we see what you're doing.
They got a good strategy.
Hey,
they got a good strategy. I see it.
Axial's the Chevy of RC cars. They just have that unlimited aftermarket. Everybody loves them. You know, I'm going to call Viteras the Mopars because you just can't find anything for them.
The price of Curry Portal axles is $400 to $500. For that price, you can get a Traxxas.
That was actually one of the main things that led me to this. Is I was looking at building just a monster 10.2, and I've heard some complaints of people bending the Curry axles.
So these are
in
just
the portals.
rumors. We don't know if that's true. We've
seen one break.
All right, fine, but we haven't broke one.
Yeah,
we haven't personally.
One of our friends have broken one,
yeah.
And
until we break one, we can't really say that, but we can say it, though.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, that's all it comes down to, is that, you know, I don't want a chance possibly breaking a $300 axles housing, and I'm just not into that. You know, if they had a better warranty system or anything like that, then, you know, the price point would be worth it. But if you roll your truck off a 15-foot cliff where a plastic axle would have bounced and flexed and, you know, driven off after that, and you do the same with your axles that literally cost more than a truck, and it bends or breaks and you have to buy a whole new housing, no. I call shenanigans on that. That is ridiculous.
But with that said, check this out. My man's gonna go tear this up, go build something great. That's what he does. Jay, any words for this before we get out of here?
Man, just keep driving your RC cars, keep looking out for new products, and watch Highway 1 RC for these reviews and test drives on them.
And be on the lookout for NMP's build. We'll see you guys on the trail.
Have a good one, guys.